Before the rise of Idi Amin, Uganda was a newly independent nation grappling with the challenges of post-colonial transition. Gaining independence from Britain in 1962, Uganda was initially seen as a promising young democracy in East Africa, with fertile land, a booming agricultural sector, and relative ethnic stability under Prime Minister Milton Obote. However, beneath the surface, ethnic tensions, political rivalry, and tribal divisions simmered. The British had favored certain ethnic groups over others during colonial rule, planting seeds of discord that persisted after independence. Obote's government, representing the northern Akoli and Langi tribes, began to centralize power, alienating southern regions, including the influential Buganda Kingdom. In 1966, a constitutional crisis erupted when Obote suspended the constitution and removed the ceremonial president, Kabaka Mutesa II, sending the army, led by his trusted general Idi Amin, to storm the royal palace. This moment marked the beginning of Uganda's slide into authoritarianism. Corruption worsened, political freedoms were curtailed, and military influence grew. Though Obote promised national unity and socialism, his regime became increasingly unstable. The army gained unchecked power, and Amin, already a powerful figure in the military, began consolidating his own authority. By the late 1960s, Uganda's future was uncertain, and the stage was set for a dramatic takeover.
Born in 1928 in Koboko, Uganda, Idi Amin's early life was marked by limited formal education. In 1946, he enlisted in the British colonial army, the King's African Rifles, where he quickly rose through the ranks. His involvement in suppressing the Mau Mau uprising in Kenya and subsequent military engagements showcased his leadership abilities, setting the stage for his future political ambitions. In January 1971, amidst rising tensions with Prime Minister Milton Obote, Amin orchestrated a military coup, seizing control of Uganda. He declared himself president, promising a new era of stability and prosperity. Initially, there was hope among Ugandans for positive change. Amin's early years in power were characterized by efforts to consolidate his authority. He purged the military and government of perceived opponents, often targeting individuals from specific ethnic groups. His regime also saw the expulsion of tens of thousands of Asians, primarily of Indian descent, who had been integral to Uganda's economy. This move devastated the nation's economic infrastructure. As Amin's power solidified, so did his brutality. His regime was marked by widespread human rights abuses, including extrajudicial killings, torture, and disappearances. Estimates of the death toll range from 100,000 to 500,000 individuals. Amin's erratic behavior and self-aggrandizing proclamations, such as declaring himself conqueror of the British Empire, further alienated both domestic and international communities. Initially, Amin garnered support from various international actors, including Israel and Libya. However, his shifting alliances and support for controversial causes led to diplomatic isolation. Notably, his support for Palestinian militants and the hijacking of an Air France plane to Entebbe in 1976 strained relations with Western nations. The United Kingdom severed diplomatic ties, and the United Nations condemned his actions. In 1978, Amin's forces invaded the Kagera region of neighboring Tanzania, leading to a full-scale war. The conflict quickly turned against Uganda, with Tanzanian forces and Ugandan exiles pushing towards Kampala. Amin's military, already weakened by internal dissent and defections, struggled to mount an effective defense. By April 1979, Tanzanian troops and Ugandan rebels had captured Kampala. Amin fled the country, first to Libya, then to Saudi Arabia, where he lived in exile until his death in 2003. His departure marked the end of one of Africa's most infamous dictatorships. Idi Amin's rule left a lasting scar on Uganda. The nation faced years of instability and economic hardship in the aftermath. Amin's legacy serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of democratic governance. Today, Uganda continues to rebuild and heal from the wounds inflicted during Amin's regime. While challenges remain, the resilience of the Ugandan people offers hope for a brighter future. This documentary was produced to educate and inform about the complex history of Uganda under Idi Amin's rule. For further reading and resources, please refer to the following. A Popular History of Idi Amin's Uganda, by Peterson. Idi Amin, The Story of Africa's Icon of Evil, by Leopold. Idi Amin, The Story of Africa's Icon of Evil, by Foreign Affairs. Yale University Press. Thank you for watching.